We're going to explain how to put on and off a cranial helmet. I have 3 different kinds here. These are the most common ones we use. This is called the Starband helmet. This is called the Starband 3D. This is called the Starlight Pro. Most common one that we're using now is the new Starband 3D printed helmet. So I want to go over that one first. The nice thing with these helmets is there's 2 little clips on each side. The helmet comes apart. So it's very easy, 1, for the family to put on and off, 2, for them to be able to get in here and clean it, and then 3, obviously, put it on the kid's head and clip it down. The other thing that's nice is this is very breathable. It has a lot of holes in here, so it's easier on the kid's head. They don't get as sweaty, they don't get as many skin issues compared to like a traditional type Starband. As far as this goes on and off, I'm going to kind of demonstrate here on this little dowel just to give you an idea. There is little clips here, so there's little holes, and there's these little tongue and grooves. So on each side, these slide into those holes. We want to make sure those are slid onto there, and then these straps go over, or these buckles, and you'll hear them clip on each side. Now the helmet is locked onto the kid's head. The main thing to look out for when you're putting this on, with this helmet in particular, is if the kid's ear gets up in here, we don't want to pinch their ear in there. So we really got to make sure when you put it on, that's the only area you got to be concerned with. The best way to put it on, if you're doing it by yourself, is lay the child down and then slide this, put this on the bottom and slide their head inside of the helmet. Then put the top part on both sides, like so. And then clip these on. The other way to do it is, if you have someone helping you, you can have one person holding the child and then sliding the helmet around the back and then putting this on to the front. So pretty simple, pretty easy. Again, this is probably the most common helmet we're using now. This is called the Starband 3D printed helmet from Ortho America. Very good helmet and easy to use and put on and off. Second most common is just called the Starband. The difference with this one, there's no holes. It's thicker. It's made out of different material. It weighs a little bit more. The nice thing with this, it is more adjustable and easier for the orthotist to use, but it's not as easy for the parents. It only has one opening, so it doesn't come apart in 2 sections. You know, it's a little bit harder to get in here and clean, not as breathable, a little bit hotter for the kid. But obviously it doesn't come apart, so there's a little bit easier to sometimes to put on, in the sense where you only have to have one side. So the easiest way to put these on is you open, spread this open, and then you slide this over the kid's head like so, and then there's just one Velcro strap here that feeds through this chafe and back onto itself. Again, pros and cons to both. We use them for different diagnosis. You can use both of them for plagiocephaly, brachiocephaly, asymmetrical brachiocephaly, scaphocephaly. So they're both interchangeable, but we've just seen better outcomes and less skin issues with this one. Third helmet here, we use this more for cranial synostosis when a child has to go through surgery. That's typically when their sutures of their head are already fused at birth, and then they have to go to a surgeon, usually a neurosurgeon or a craniofacial surgeon, when they actually have to release the suture line, take a strip of bone out, and then we use these helmets, which are more aggressive and tighter, to really shape their head. And they usually wear these for longer periods of time compared to a general helmet. These ones are a little bit different. One, they're clear so we can see what's going on inside, and they have 2 Velcro straps on either side. And they kind of hinge at the top here. So with these ones, they open and hinge. So they're, again, pretty easy to see. There's holes here, so they're easier to breathe. Again, if you have a child, the easier way is to lay them down, or we can open this up or have them sitting. And then you can open this up easily, slide this over their head, take those straps, feed them here through the chafes, back onto themselves. Same thing here with the other side. and then back up. Nice thing with this one, it's clear. It's very easy to clean because it's just a clear plastic. Again, but this is used for a completely different, very rare case. Again, with kids that are having surgeries compared to these two are not used with surgery very often. But those are the cranial helmets, how you put them on and off, pretty easy. As far as all the fitting goes, that'll be done by the orthotist. They'll take a 3D model of the child's head, take tons of measurements, modify that, make the correct helmet. They'll fit it, heat it, cut it, grind it. So really all you have to do from there on out is put it on and off, and make sure you clean it.